What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to teach you about the 23 new Desert Region Hoenn Pokemon that can be added to your Pokemon Go Pokedex right now. These Pokemon came out yesterday, guys, around 4 o'clock Eastern time or 1 p.m. Pacific time. So far, guys, every time we've had a new wave of Pokemon, they have come out consistently at this time. So next time, guys, for the next wave, when you see a screen like this show up on the Pokemon Go Live website, get ready to lock and load for 4 p.m. Eastern or 1 p.m. Pacific or whatever time that is for your region, guys. So let's take a look at this poster actually. So here we go, guys. In the back, we've got Groudon leaving the situation. Bye, Groudon. And then we have over here in the top left, guys, we've got Camerupt. Camerupt is super cool. I got him yesterday during my 4-hour live stream. That was intense. And then also, guys, in this poster, we have Aron, Flygon, Trapinch, Aggron, Cacnea, Solrock, Lunatone, and of course we've got Whismur. So guys, let's talk about all of these new Pokemon. A lot of these Pokemon you're going to be loving so much. Like Whismur, for example, is your new Pidgey, guys. It only takes 12 candies to evolve into Loudred. So that's another Pokemon to add to your Mass Evolution collection. You don't really want to be using Whismur or Loudred or Exploud for very much, guys. It's not a very useful Pokemon like in battle. However, Mass Evolutions, oh yeah, I'm going to be pineapping all the Whismurs that I see along with all the Pidgeys that I see. And Wurmples too. They're all 12 candy to evolve, guys. Now, Aggron and Flygon, guys, these are the two Pokemon that we're really going to be focusing on. They are the two fan favorites and the most of a powerhouse style Pokemon that came out of this wave. So we're going to be talking about them. But first, take a look at all 23 Pokemon that we're going to be getting into today. I'm going to get into all the stats and statistics about these Pokemon, guys. Let's get into it. First up, guys, Whismur evolves into Loudred. Only 12 candy to evolve, guys. That's a new Mass Evolution Pokemon for you. Basically, your new Pidgey of Gen 3, along with Wurmple. With only 12 candies to evolve, I'm going to be pineapping every single last Whismur that I find. Especially since, guys, Exploud is not really that great of a Pokemon. Like, it's a cool Pokemon. Like, I like the design of it. It looks kind of cool. But it's not really very useful being normal type, and it's kind of weak. Look at that. Max CP only 2267. I'm not really going to be keeping him around. So guys, remember to pineapple your Whismurs, 12 candies to Loudred, and only 50 candy to Exploud. Really great for Mass Evolutions. Next up, we've got Nosepass. Nosepass is kind of a silly little Pokemon, guys. Totally cute. It's actually the compass Pokemon. Its nose actually can tell it which way to go. Adorable. And also, did you guys know that this Pokemon was inspired from the Easter Island heads that are out there in Easter Island? Like this one. So that's why Nosepass looks like that, guys. Plus, I think the Easter Island is on the equator, so that kind of has to do with the whole magnetic thing with his nose. Very cool. Guys, Nosepass is kind of useless right now, but make sure that you're saving up a good IV Nosepass so that way you can evolve it into Probopass in Gen 4. Yes, that's right. Nosepass is getting a Gen 4 evolution, guys, and it's called Probopass. And if you like mustaches, you're gonna like Probopass. Totally ridiculous. A lot of people said it looks kind of like Mr. Potato Head. Guys, Probopass is coming in Gen 4, so make sure you save up a good Nosepass now. Nosepass is only Rock type. However, with Probopass, you've got him as Rock and Steel type. Probopass's max CP is 1863. So he's not going to be super tough, but honestly, who doesn't want a Mr. Potato Head, mustache, Rock, Steel, ridiculous looking Pokemon? I'm going to put it into a gym. Yeah, Probopass. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you guys think of Probopass in the comments below. Let's keep moving. Next up, we've got Aron, Lairon, and Aggron. This and Flygon are the two fan favorites from this wave of the Desert Heat. So guys, we're so lucky because finally we have an amazing Pokemon that can be a shiny. Yes guys, Aron has a shiny out right now. It's available. I want to say congratulations to PokeAK and my friend Ismail. You guys know him as Sneaker Freaker or Izzy, who both have managed to catch shiny Aron already. I'm going to be going out and Aron hunting later, so if you guys want to see that in the live stream, be sure to join me after this video. But guys, let's talk about the three here. Aron, Lairon, and Aggron. They are Rock and Steel types. Aggron, guys, has a max CP of 3004. Pretty tough, pretty bulky, pretty beefy. However, guys, he's got some weaknesses, but let's get to that. Aggron is a Rock and Steel type Pokemon. With only 1 kilometer buddy distance, It makes him a pretty easy Pokemon to power up. You're going to be gathering lots of candy if you're walking either Aron, Lairon, or Aggron. Also, with the max CP of 3004, that's pretty awesome. So he's going to be one of your top CP Pokemon. With Rock and Steel type, that's a pretty good combination. However, he does have weaknesses, which we're going to get to. Aggron's best moveset is Iron Tail and Heavy Slam. So if you've got Aggron, make sure you have it learned Iron Tail and Heavy Slam. If you're trying to find a strong Aggron in the wild, which we haven't seen yet, there hasn't been any like Gen 3 Desert Wave Stage 3 Pokemon out yet. Actually, I haven't seen any Hoenn Gen 3 Stage 3 Pokemon out at all in the wild. Like there's no like Blaziken out in the wild, there's no Aggron out in the wild yet, guys. However, if it is out later, you are going to want to find the weather boosted effects of snow and partly cloudy. So that way it'll power up his steel and rock type effects. And in the wild, without the weather boosted effects, it'll be 2575. That's a pretty tough Pokemon. Now, let's talk about having Aggron as a raid boss. These are the IVs that you need to look for. If Aggron is a raid boss, guys, you want to be looking for 1716 as the right CP. 1716, okay? Be on the lookout for that, unless it's weather boosted. Weather boosted raid boss Aggron is 2145. Now, if you plan on taking on Aggron, you've got a lot of options because Aggron has double weakness to fighting type and ground type. So that means, guys, all your powered up Machamps and Groudons, wow, you're really going to be putting in work on that Aggron. It's going to go down in no time. You probably only need like 3 or 4 people to take down an Aggron raid boss if you've got a really good Groudon and a really good team of Machamps. You can even use Kyogre because water attacks do 140% damage on Aggron. And if you're using Aggron in the battle, you want to be using it against normal, flying, or poison type Pokemon. These are the best Pokemon to fight with Aggron. Also, because now Shiny Aron is available, that means, guys, you can evolve your Shiny Aron into a Shiny Lairon or a Shiny Aggron. And how cool is Shiny Aggron, guys? It's like green and it's just super cool. This is what Shiny Aggron looks like, guys, standing next to a regular Aggron. However, did you know that Aggron actually gets a Mega Evolution? The only Mega Evolution out of the Desert Wave, guys. Aggron, a Mega Pokemon. Imagine it. It basically becomes plated with like even more armor. It just becomes like a huge tank. Aggron is a defensive Pokemon, guys, and its Mega form reflects that. Take a look at it. It's huge, it's a beast, it's a tank. And if you guys have ever seen Full Metal Alchemist, it kind of reminds me of him right there. Next up, we've got Numel or Numel, however you pronounce this Pokemon's name. And Numel or Numel evolves into Camerupt. Guys, these are camel Pokemon. They're little volcanoes. They're adorable. Don't get too close because they're full of molten lava. Numel is so adorable, guys, with its little bangs, and Camerupt is just a silly, cool Pokemon. Not really super tough, and they're ultra common everywhere out right now. So just keep capturing a ton of Numels, and you can use them for mass evolutions later. Next up, we've got Torkoal. Torkoal is a turtle type Pokemon, guys, and I don't know about you, but I like turtles. So this is a pretty cool Pokemon, guys. Congratulations to these new regions such as India and Malaysia. You guys finally have your regional exclusive Pokemon. Yes, Torkoal is a regional exclusive. Check out this screenshot right here. This Torkoal was caught in Malaysia. So now everybody was wondering, well, where can we even catch this thing? So thanks to Pokemon Go Hub, we have put our minds together, and this is now the map of where Torkoal is available. Boom. You guys can see Torkoal is available in India, Malaysia, Thailand, even some little areas over there by the United Arab Emirates. So definitely check out this map. If you're even close to that area, make sure you venture over there, try to get your hands on Torkoal. Pretty cool. Congratulations to those areas on getting their very first regional exclusive. Torkoal is a pure fire type, and with a max CP of 2036, he's not really super tough. However, just like all the other regional Pokemon, they aren't really either, but they're just cool to have. So if you like turtles and you like fire Pokemon, I'll see you in India. Next up is my new buddy Pokemon, Trapinch. Trapinch is so cool, and it's another ultra rare Pokemon right now, guys. Aron is actually really common, but Trapinch is very rare, kind of like a Larvitar. So if you see a Trapinch, make sure you're pineapping it until you have enough to get Flygon. Trapinch evolves into Vibrava, and Vibrava evolves into Flygon. Trapinch is just ground type, but it evolves into Vibrava and Flygon, which are both ground and dragon type. Really interesting type matchups. Flygon has a max CP of 2458. His best moveset is Dragon Tail and Dragon Claw. With a buddy distance of only 5 kilometers for the Trapinch family, it's pretty easy to work your way up to a Flygon in no time. Currently, there are no Flygon appearing in the wild, guys. However, you're going to want to be looking for the weather boosted effects of clear and windy weather later on in the game if they're ever actually in the wild. If you ever do find Flygon eventually in the wild, guys, you're going to want to be looking for it to be 2107. And weather boosted, it'll be 2283. Pretty awesome. Flygon is really weak to ice type attacks. So if you're taking on a Flygon, you want to be using like a Jynx, Lapras, Walrein, any of these ice type Pokemon, guys. However, guys, it's also really weak to fairy and dragon type moves. So if you're using Flygon in battle, be extra careful because of these weaknesses. Thanks to its ground type, Flygon is pretty good against electric Pokemon, and you can also use Flygon against fire, rock, and poison type Pokemon. Next up, we've got Cacnea and Cacturne. Really funny Pokemon, just everybody likes the way that they smile. It's kind of funny, kind of creepy, kind of silly. Did you realize that Cacturne is actually a scarecrow type Pokemon? Just look at it, it kind of looks like a scarecrow, right? So guys, did you know that in the anime, James actually had a Cacnea, which eventually evolved into a Cacturne? So there's lots of silly, funny little clips of James interacting with the Cacnea, like this one. But guys, Cacnea and Cacturne, not really amazing grass types, not really amazing of a dark type for Cacturne. Cacnea is just grass, and Cacturne is grass and dark. But they're really cool Pokemon, so I could see a lot of people using them just because they're like the fan favorite. Cacturne's max CP is 2092. So even though it's not like super tough of a Pokemon, it's just really cool. Next up, guys, we've got Solrock and Lunatone. These are your regional exclusives that will be rotating in the same way that Seviper and Zangoose are doing, guys. Just like Seviper and Zangoose, guys, how each Pokemon, one belonged to Ruby and the other one belonged to Sapphire version, Solrock and Lunatone was the same way. You could only capture one of these Pokemon exclusively in each version. You had to trade between each other to get both of them. Now, these Pokemon are going to be rotating in the same way that Seviper and Zangoose are. So it'll be interesting to see if Solrock and Lunatone rotate at the same time as Seviper and Zangoose. Both of these Pokemon are Psychic and Rock type. They even have the same max CP of 2245. So they're not exactly really tough. However, they're just kind of cool. So, you know what? It's just more regional exclusives for us to run out and get as soon as the rotation happens. And I'm all for that. Next up, we've got Baltoy and Claydol. Apparently, guys, Baltoy is super common, especially if you have clear weather. I was watching Prodigy's Nation live stream the other day, and he was just running into 1,000,000 Baltoy. So you will have Claydol in no time if you have clear weather. Both Baltoy and Claydol are ground and psychic types. Claydol's max CP is 1782. Making it, honestly, kind of weak. So guys, these Pokemon aren't really going to be very tough. They're kind of like, I was telling people earlier, they're kind of similar to how like Fortress and Pineco are. Like, they're cool Pokemon and they're really cool to look at Pokemon, but they're not really that tough or useful in battle, guys. Oh well, but at least it looks cool. Finally, we have the new fossil Pokemon from the desert, Lileep and Anorith. Just in the same way, guys, that we had Ammonite and Kabuto, which we needed to resurrect from fossils back in the Kanto region, Lileep and Anorith were also fossil Pokemon that you had to resurrect in Ruby and Sapphire version. Luckily for us in Pokemon Go, guys, there's no needing to go out and find fossils and bring them to a professor and get him to turn them into a Pokemon for you. Nope, you can go out and find Lileep and Anorith in the wild right now. Lileep and Cradily are both rock and grass type Pokemon. Really interesting type combination when you think about it, because you can't really use water type attacks on it, and you can't really use electric type attacks on it. So it'll be interesting to have them inside of a gym. Cradoly's max CP is 2081. So even though it's not very tough of a Pokemon, the type matchup will make it a little bit more difficult for you to immediately beat it in a battle. Finally, guys, last but not least, we've got Anorith and Armaldo. Guys, back in the games, you could only pick one fossil to resurrect, and then you had to trade with somebody else to get the other Pokemon. I picked Anorith's fossil, and I resurrected him to become an Armaldo. I never actually had Lileep in the game, because I never traded for it. Interesting. But guys, Armaldo's a really cool Pokemon. Not super tough, with a max CP of 2675, not super tanky. However, it's just a cool Pokemon. plus with a cool type matchup of rock and bug type, making it a little bit interesting for a battle in a gym. I definitely know that I'm going to be putting an Armaldo in the gym, and it's going to look cool as a buddy Pokemon. And there you guys have it. These are your 23 new Hoenn Region Desert Wave Pokemon. How many awesome Pokemon did we just get, guys? There's so many cool ones. Flygon, Aggron, Camerupt. Man, I'm gonna be out there all the time. In fact, like I said, guys, I'm about to go do a live stream to go shiny Aron hunting. So if you guys wanna join me in the live stream, make sure you guys hit that bell notification icon so that way you can be notified whenever I go live. Smash that like button. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I have so many more announcements coming up for you guys. There's so much going on with community days coming up. Stay tuned, guys. I'm gonna be announcing a Texas meetup. There's a lot of other meetups that I have to announce, but that's not going to be in this video, guys. So stay tuned. I'll see you in the live stream. Thank you for watching. You guys are awesome. See you again soon. Bye, guys.